Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. I'm here driving the bus with Inti,
Hello guys, how are you?
and yeah, your camera's a little bit off. Let me just adjust that. There you go.
Thank
Much
you.
better. You're in the center. And yeah, sorry about the technical difficulties. I was last night. I did a video. Did not touch my computer after that. Had was able to hear the sound perfectly, and today I can't hear it. I don't know if the sound is good or not.
It
That's
is.
why I was hidden. I was using the headphones so that I can hear the sound quality in my head, so that I make sure that you guys have the best sound quality. Um, but now it's just said no. I'm not going to work today. I don't know why. Anyways, um, well today I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna actually call it again. We're going through alt season. And we're going to be talking a little bit about that and why we're going through all season. We're going to do some TA with Bitcoin. And before we do that, Inti's got a few words to say.
Yes. As always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only and this is not a financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market.
All right, so a little bit of craziness is happening here. My messages are showing up on your face in the camera, which that should not happen at all in your camera. So let me just see if I can quickly fix that. There it is. That's how we fix it. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Alrighty. With that said, let's head over to the TA window, and we're going to before we do that. Oh, that's right. Gotta say we gotta show you the alt season GIF, right? It's alt season because, like you can see here, um, the Bitcoin dominance has fallen and broken through this support line here, and so we've bounced back up above it, but this is definitely determines that we are going through alt season. The next support line that it's gonna have to break. To really push this all season to like new levels is right here at the 62%. That would be sweet. That means you'd be making more money holding alt than you would holding Bitcoin. And so you'd actually get more Bitcoin. And that's the name of the game, right? You want to get more Bitcoin from all these alts. All right, with that said, let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. We are in a sweet trade here in the Telegram group. I was telling people, hey, you know what? I was looking for actually I was looking for a 100x trade, another 100x trade, but didn't materialize at around sometime after when this thing dumps, right? Is what I was looking for, and I was saying around 4 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit early on that, late on that actually, because it was like it happened at around 1, and so yeah, I really think that yeah, we could those people who got the this trade here, because I was like saying, okay, if you want a 100x trade, I'd have to wake up at 4 a.m. and I didn't quite wake up at 4 a.m. to check it, but as I did wake up, I saw that, yeah, you know what, I did not, looking at the 5 minute, there would have been nothing to trade to give me an indication that we could have made a 100x trade on that one. So this was the trade, and yeah, everybody who's got in, they're setting their stop loss at this level only because the bears are in control here, so we have to like, not piss in the wind, right? Because it'll likely backfire on us. So yeah, we're gonna move our stops to the break even level. We did this mountain man trade, which is the 61.8 basically, and yeah, we'll see how well that plays out. Maybe we'll get all the way up here and take half off the table and let the rest ride, or we will stop at break even. So let's just see what happens going forward. Looking at the bigger picture, let's just go to the bigger picture. I did talk about it on the Crypto show, that hey, we could not break this level. So that's why I'm telling people, you know what, we have to set our stop loss at break even, right? We broke through the nine, what's it, the $9,157 level, and that indicates that we're going a lot lower. The interesting thing is that we bounced exactly at this cross level here. As you can see here, we bounced exactly at this bow tie trading, these trend lines, right? And yeah, amazing. On that exact day, I've never seen that before. Right? So, yeah, pretty cool. Maybe we are destined to go higher because of that, but I doubt that. But you never know, right? This is Bitcoin, right? This trade, this is a longer term trade that I told people, swing trade for other people to take. It this is a break. This is called a breakout trade. You have to take a lot of heat on this thing. You have to hold this string right all the way to the end, and before you could say, okay, this is not going to work. But you could still do this trade. You could still buy here at any point in time, and just set your stop loss and walk away and not look at it. Right, that's the key thing, is just not to look. Right, and who knows, this thing might play out. This trade right here might play out, but you have to set your risk. You have to say, okay, well, I'm not going to lose 4% of my money. I want to lose only 1%, right? Or 2%, right? So you just do half of what. So for example, let's just say you have $100 on a bet, and you do want to bet $100, but you don't want to lose 4%. This is what it says here, 4% right there, right? Well, 4.18%, but and so 4% of your $100 is $4, and you say no, I want to lose only 2%, right? Well, instead of betting $100, you bet $50, and although you have $100 to bet, your losses are only going to be 2%, and that's how you manage your risk. And that's how you ensure that you don't lose too much, right? And look, with that 2% that losses, you can gain, because this thing has a risk to reward ratio. Actually, you're supposed to have 2 to 1. I don't know what happened there. It's supposed to be 2 to 1. There we go. No, that's not it. 2 to 1. So you would, oops, let me just undo that. Control Z. Right, and hit this right here. Right, so you could take this up to here and get $4, and you're like, yeah, $4, D, that's nothing, right? Well, that's how you know that your bet is safe. If you say your winnings and your losses are nothing, that's how you trade. When you feel like your winnings and losses are nothing, because over time you're trying to build up. Over time, you're not trying to knock it out of the park every single time. That's how you trade. You're not looking to knock it out of the park. You're looking to take small amounts from the market every single time until you've made a lot of money, and that's it. You're not trying to make that one trade that will make you a millionaire. That doesn't exist. And if you try to do that, you're going to get wiped out. You're going to get wrecked. Okay, so never ever try to look for that one big trade, because that's going to wreck you. With that said, right, you have to accept the risk that this thing might blow through your stop loss, and you must accept the losses that you will take should that happen. And then, trade again, right? And one of the things I tell people is if you were to lose 5% of your money every single time, your total trading power every single time on trade, how many trades can you make before you run out of money? Can anybody give me an answer to that? Anyone? I want you guys to type in your answer. as we continue on with our TA. And I'm going to go on to Ethereum. I want to see if anybody can get the right answer, right? So if you were to lose 5% of your money, right, every single time, how many trades could you make before you ran out of money? All right, with that said, let's get over to Ethereum, all right, and see what's going on there. Ethereum, again, needs a little bit more time to shake and bake, but it's good, looking good. I'm going to remove this. Okay, hang on. Remove those.
We were an interesting response.
What's that?
We were for Guardian A answered the same that I answered the first time. He said 20.
Well,
interesting. Batman said 22. I mean 20 again. And sub 1ER answered infinite number.
yes, that's not
Calamari said unlimited.
unlimited. Yes, because you will always only use 5% of whatever you have left. That's correct. Unlimited is correct. So there you go. And that's how you manage your risk. All right. So with that said, Ethereum needs to go all the way up here. Let's see. Let's go down to a shorter time frame and see what if Ethereum's got something up its sleeve. No, you know what? It looks exactly like Bitcoin. Yeah. We've broken down here. We need to roll up in order to really see if this thing's going to go higher. The momentum is down, but the good news is that we're probably going to did we create a divergence here? Let's see here. Please tell me we did. Yes, we did. Sorta. It's not a clean one, not a good one, but we did. Did we clear the divergence? Not yet. Yeah, so let's see if we did it on the what's it called, the MACD. I think so. Yeah. Yes, we do have a clear divergence on the MACD. Oops, wrong one. Clear divergence right here. You can see we have to break this level on the MACD to say we are going higher, and we haven't broken it yet, so that's unfortunate. Right here we need to break on the MACD to see if we could go higher. So let's just see how this thing plays out. I think the bears have a little bit more firepower, so that's why I want to say be careful with that trade. I want to be careful with our last trade, because this is usually a mirror image of Bitcoin. So yeah, we have to protect our winnings in our Telegram group. So the best thing to do is to set our stop loss at break even, because a dip down here is not going to be good going forward. All right, it's alt season, guys. Before we talk about that, I want to mention that last night I did a video telling people that we're ending the 70% off sale, and of my Telegram group and Pandora's wallet. And a lot of you sent out an email to support@davincicodes.net requesting another opportunity to take advantage of that sale. And so because of that, I had like well over 60 people. Because of that, I've decided, you know what, I'm going to talk to marketing and have them lower the price once again for a limited time. So if you're interested, make sure that you get in on that 70% off sale. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the Telegram group. If we get up to 1,000 users in the Telegram group, I'm gonna add a different. Right now, I do a video every Sunday, and every once in a while, as well for this private video for people in the Telegram group. It's a private live stream where you get to interact with me and ask me questions, and I answer them as best as I can. Um, we're going to actually do some altcoin. We're going to have an altcoin shopping video, because what we do is on Sundays we do the Bitcoin trading live with Bitcoin every Sunday evening, and so I'm going to have an additional video for everybody, private video for everybody, and we're gonna hunt altcoins to buy for the little old lady strategy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and yeah. So if we get up to 1,000 subscribers in that Telegram group, we'll have we'll add that video to the weekly schedule. All right. With that said, why are we going through alt season today? What's going on? Why is alt season happening? And how come it generally happens around the summertime in the northern hemisphere, right? In general, last year it didn't happen, but overall, we've had consistently, and we only had like I don't know, like 5 or 6 alt seasons, right? But consistently in the summertime, we see alts start to pump. And why is that? Well, I think you can pretty much figure it out when you saw little children doing the what's it called, the TikTok videos, talking about this is what that on this day they started doing the TikTok video saying, let's buy some shares of Dogecoin, right? Even if you don't know how to invest. Shares. Shares. Oh my gosh. And since, children can't really invest in stocks, right? They can buy altcoins, right? And so that's what's happening. They're purchasing altcoins and cryptocurrencies in a mad rush with their allowances. And you're like, well, how is that possible? Well, you see, there are people who are actually rich, right? They give their kids a lot of money, and they they are human beings, and they like to gamble as well, and so they can actually spend a lot of that money, their parents' money, into the market and causing the market to go up. So you can see that this is generally causing the market to rise. And these kids, they love to FOMO, and they don't mind buying coins that are going up. And so those are most likely the person who's buying and pushing these markets to all-time highs. And probably not ADA, but the lower cap coins, right? Let's see here, like for example, the Dogecoin, right? It's 100% the children, right? You all know that, right? Not 100%. Obviously, there is trading bots, of course, like that notice this kind of a buying and frenzy, and they trade ahead of them and so forth. So yeah, that's why we have the alt season around the summertime. Now, there is an alt season in the winter time, but we'll talk about the reasons for that when we get into the next alt season in the winter time. We missed the alt season for this winter time for obvious reason, between February and March and April, because the coronavirus. Now, with that said, let's head over to the question and answers of today.
Favorite part. Okay, so let's open up with a super chat from guess who?
Super Guru Lee?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
Super Guru Lee says, hi Dab, can you please briefly explain the impact of Bitcoin price action on the alt price as a wall against Bitcoin? Or should I just look at the Bitcoin dominance?
He wants to explain the alt price of against. Okay, hang on. Let me just see if I can, because I not quite understand the question there.
He wants to know the impact
Okay.
of Bitcoin price action on altcoins.
Okay, the Bitcoin
Basically.
price action on altcoins. Basically, well, generally what happens is when we have a low in Bitcoin price action, that also helps to us to have an alt season, right? Um, after the snoozing um, the snoozing time of Bitcoin, it doesn't really matter. The alt season just continues, even if Bitcoin starts to fluctuate. But it really helps if Bitcoin is actually going down more than it is going up, so that during the alt season, so that more money gets poured into the alts more faster because people FOMO out of Bitcoin into all their alts. So yeah, there is an impact when we say, hey, is it is does there is there an impact if Bitcoin were to go down during an alt season? Yes. And is there an impact if prices were to continue going up on Bitcoin? And yes, there is an impact because people will, well, I feel like I need to hodl Bitcoin more than they would altcoins. But what happens sometimes is that the performance of altcoins is so great is that people stay in the alts even though Bitcoin is going up during the alt season. All right, next question.
All right, next question. So, Keep Alan asks Davinci, how long does alt season usually last?
Usually 2 months, basically. We'll see altcoins move up for 2 to 3 months. We will probably, I would say, we get the final stages of the altcoins season into September, with a few coins popping off, but not many. So really, you could say the alt season closes off in September at September 1st, and with a few alts going higher. All right, next question.
Next question. So, we got a super chat from Mr. or Lady Sur. Excuse me, please. I'm terrible with names. Suryana Rajanan.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a really
it's
difficult
really
name.
hard to read. I'm very. I really apologize. And says, how long will ADA drop? Can you TA?
How long will ADA drop? Well, let's see here.
How low? Sorry, how
How
low?
low? How low? Well, the thing is, right? We have the 13 EMA as support. It looks like here. Let me bring up the chart. Sorry. And so I think we're probably going to break down to the 13 EMA. We have a lot of W's here, so if we ignore the wick, I mean that tail there, and say okay, 61.8, maybe even 78.6 as a bouncing level because that's where the breakout point was. Yeah, you could say that we could come down here to the 939 sats to the or the 1054 sats, somewhere in beneath here before it actually continues higher, if it's going to participate in this alt season rally, which I think it will. And that's where I think ANA may be coming back down to. Maybe. All right, next question.
Next question. Okay. So this is from Alex Martinez Jensen and says, hi, do you think when Bitcoin reach all-time highs, all coins will go up in price?
Oh yes, but probably afterwards. After Bitcoin tops out, we're going to see the altcoins start to continue to skyrocket because Bitcoin becomes rolled over. People start pushing their money into alts, and then that's where we're going to see the most amount of gains is after the topping out of Bitcoin. So looking forward to that, and yeah, and cashing into Bitcoins, and then cashing into some other asset that's going to hold its value for whilst Bitcoin goes into its sleepy mode for a while. All right, next question.
Okay, this question from Cian Miller resumes basically the public sentiment right now. How come it's all season while everything is screwed?
How come it's all season when everything is screwed? Well, there's something called a printing press going on that's running 24/7. It's going, and it's making sure that rich people get their money, right? And so making sure that their children get their $1 million bonus, their allowances every day. So yeah, don't worry about that. The kids are going to get their money and they're going to be able to spend it on altcoins. All right, so that's basically it. It's just the printing press money that's coming in here. All right, next question.
This is from a tricky production, and he says, "When is the best time to sell altcoins? Do you base it on USD GBP value or Bitcoin value?"
I have a strategy, right? That's what you have to have as a plan to sell your assets. That's all you need in order to make money. That's the one way. The one ticket to Rec City is to not have a plan. Is to not have a plan to sell, and having a plan to sell, like saying, yeah, I'm going to sell Bitcoin at $100,000. That's not a plan. That's a plan for Rec City, right? You need to forget the round numbers because that's not going to work out for you. That never does, right? You need to have a plan where you actually take profits along the way, right? And so profits along the way help you, even though you're like, you may feel, well, I left a bunch of money on the table, I could have made even more. If you feel that way, you're doing it right. You are doing it right, right? Because that's how you make money in the market. You have to assume, because you don't know where it's going to stop, how high it's going to go. You need to take profits along the way, right? And so that you when the price rolls over, because when it rolls over, it could roll over hard and fast, and watch all your profits evaporate rapidly. So don't lose out on those profits because of because the market rolled over, and you kept holding until to some imaginary fictional number that you thought was going to go to, and you didn't actually take advantage of the wealth that was given to you when the market moved up. And it doesn't have to be where you take the profits and you reinvest it, right? The best thing to do with your profits is to take it and enjoy it. Please do that with some of your profits. Take it and enjoy it, because the point of money is not to get more numbers on your account. The point of money is to use it for something else, and please do. All right, next question.
Right, next question. This is from Rocco G. You don't get extra points for using all caps, but I like the question. Hi guys, what does Davinci think of staking silver at the moment?
Staking silver?
Yes.
You mean there's no staking of silver? I don't understand. You can't stake silver coins?
I read terribly. It's my fault. Stacking. Oh my god.
Stacking. Okay.
Yes.
Stacking silver. Okay. There we go. Stacking silver.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I need English classes. I know. I know.
Stacking silver. Oh yes. Well, I'm a silver stacker, of course, right? And if you want to stack silver, but keep in mind that silver and gold will be oppressed and suppressed up until the end of the dollar. There's no way in hell you're going to profit from silver whilst the dollar's still around. Just not gonna happen. Absolutely. Just let that be your understanding. And so, yeah, you have to wait for a complete dollar collapse for your silver to actually profit from that. And yeah, and you will. You just have to wait for that event, and that's called tail risk, right? But that tail risk is obviously going to occur because because the Federal Reserve and many people believe that economic law does not apply to the United States, and so they can print as much money. Heck, they can print $1 million and give it to every. They believe they can print $1 million and give it to every single person, and nothing will happen.
That's a mouthful.
Right? What was that, Dinty?
I said that's a mouthful.
Do you think that nothing will happen, Dinty, if they did that?
It's a joke, right?
Yeah. So yeah, they actually believe that. So that's that that something's going to happen when that's the end of the dollar is coming. So, all right, next question.
Next question. This is a super chat from Saint Roberski. Thank you, sir, for your donation. Says, what do you think of Harry Dent deflation theory? He thinks all assets like gold, stock, and Bitcoin will plummet and believes cash is king.
Well, in there's a caveat for that, right? Because the dollar is a debt-based currency where people require the dollars in order to pay off their debts, and so if there isn't enough currency, because there's always more debt than there is currency, always, and so the debts always have to expand, right, in order for there to be enough currency, right? But it'll always be expanding higher at a higher rate than there is currency. So what he's saying is that people will there won't be enough currency out there because let's just say you can't pay your debts, right? So that person who has the other side of that bet, he's like, oh, wait a second here, I can't pay my bills, right? And so on, so on, so on, right? Because they've lost that income from the debt that they have. But what he fails to realize is that the majority of the debt comes from creation from a bank, not from someone holding currency and lending it to somebody else. Thus, right? If that's the case, right? What happens is, if you can't pay a bank who printed the money, what they have to do is go and sell the asset, sell any like collateral, in order to come up with the missing money. But the Federal Reserve and central banks don't want you to do that. Don't want them to do that. Why? Because then that will create a self-sustaining dynamic of falling prices, and so they can't have that, right? Because everything's built off of debt based on asset prices, and if prices fall, then the assets backing up the debt will fall, causing a cascading effect of debt defaults. So what they require is them to increase the amount of money in there by saying, hey, you know what, we'll buy whatever debt you've got and making sure that you're fully liquidated and don't worry about it if it's bad. Now, there are cases, of course, of people who do loan out their own cash, and now they're running out of money, and so it's destroying it. That's a destruction of wealth, right? And so that means there is a sense of a need for more dollars, and that's why he says that, right? And that's why he believes that, right? And that kind of makes sense, but it doesn't make sense in the face of a central banker saying, hey, yeah, we're not going to let that happen. No. So dollars should go scarce, right? And it would go scarce if the central bank around if the Federal Reserve was not printing like there's no tomorrow. All right, next question.
Next question. This is a super chat from Swan, and he asks, he says, Sign Signature Chain is a certification project. Good to know. Do you have any opinions of that?
Certification project. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but interesting. Maybe I'll take a look and see what that's all about. All right. Thank you for the information.
Okay, so
One more question and then we'll call it a day.
one more question. Okay, so I saved this one for the end, and this is one from EOS, and he said, "We saw Fed funds rate spike in repo market last September. It's clear that Fed lost control despite the introduction of EOR. Why do you think system is collapsing around this September/October?"
Oh, well, you see, when traders come back to work and they realize that everything else, because when they go on vacation, they really analyze what's going on, right? And when they realize that everything's like a disaster, they really take a look at what's going on in the market. They make they put their money in the correct positionings in September. And this causes a cascading effect in September every single time. So, yeah, that's why you will see a massive move, because people realize that how badly capitalized the banks are, our financial system is, and basically what I'm looking for right now in the next 2 months is some sort of indication from government, because some of those people, right, some of those traders are going to go, oh no, I got to do something right now, right? And once they start doing that, right, what happens is the government tries to reassure them that this is going to be fine. And if you see any kind of reassurance from the government, especially from the high up, like as the president, far as the president, then you know we don't have much time. You know. So that's the key signal that you want to look for. And if you do see that, please let me know, because I want to take action as well, because that is the smoking gun when the president actually comes out and reassures the market. It's game over. All right, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for all your questions, and I appreciate every one of you who has joined the Telegram group and purchased a Pandora's Wallet subscription. If you're interested in Pandora's Wallet subscription, and you're one of the many people who have emailed us, you'll be able to purchase it at the lower discount price sometime in the next hour or so. All right, so keep an eye out on the webpage, and you'll be able to access the webpage and purchase Pandora's Wallet and join our Telegram group. Once you do so, you just fill in. There's a button that allows you to fill in the information of what your user ID is and what all the rest of the information, and then there's a bot that automatically puts you into the Telegram group right away. So as soon as you pay and you enter your information, boom, you instantly into the group, so you don't have to worry about waiting for somebody else to respond. However, if you make a mistake and the bot messes up, you're going to have to send an email to support@davincicodes.net should you not be instantly placed, not instantly, about an hour afterwards, into the Telegram group from the bot. So it's cool. So hopefully I get to see you there and hear answer your questions in that chat group, and show you how the Pandora's Wallet works, and also we'll help each other make a lot of money going forward, because the important thing is that the more people that are rich, especially the people who are good-hearted and good-natured, we control the government, right? Instead of those elite assholes, right? And the less people that are rich, then only the really assholes are going to control the government. And we don't want any of that happening. All right? So that's what we want. We want to get as much people as we possibly can to become very wealthy and very independently wealthy without having to worry and struggle through their lives. All right, thank you very much. And if you haven't seen the videos popping up, please check those out. Cheers.
Bye.